Alright, so we are about to start the Trailblaze mission for version 1.2. So I think last time we ended when that big deer spawned. I think that was pretty interesting to look at, but I'm excited to see what happens because it seems that there's a lot of like sussy business going on with the commissions, especially I forgot her name, that one person who was actually the leader of Sanctus Medicus. But I think we'll be hearing a lot more from that, and from what I can see from the art that was for this Trailblaze mission, it looks like there's a big boss at the end, so I really hope that my characters are ready for it. So yeah, let's begin.
Hold on. We'll find someone to help.
I don't think people can be helped once they've already turned.
Don't waste your time. They've converted me. I don't have much longer. Go. The Master Diviner's troops are ahead.
Let's go.
Okay. This is like really scary.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Xianzhou, the Plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia. It's no coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
Who goes there? Show yourselves!
Wait,
We're right here.
It's you. Quickly, in here. It's dangerous outside.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesized your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstances.
Wushen was here?
Yes,
For us?
the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. The troops are anxious. It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns.
Okay.
That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Xianzhou, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the Disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
Captured disciple. A Cloud Knight is standing next to the captive. He steps aside after you explain your identity and show him the General's order.
you want to ask questions?
Alarmed Cloud Knight.
Fine. But I must be
Alarmed.
present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Okay. Okay.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring.
I'm boring too. About Stellaron.
That shining seed? I've seen it. So beautiful. If you gaze into it, there's a voice inside that speaks to you.
Interesting.
Do you still remember Cocolia?
Oh, how could I forget? That voice was so
The
disturbing.
Master said we could inject new life into the ambrosial arbor with it. I didn't
Oh
believe
yeah, the
it at
sus woman is the
first.
Master, right? I'm gonna call her sus woman because I kind of forgot her name.
We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species. Yet the arbor showed no signs of resurrection. But look upon it now. Only the power of an eon can recreate the miracle. Yes, yes, the mighty Sanctus Medicus, the Abundance.
About the Ambrosial Arbor.
So you witnessed it too? The Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Magnificent. In the Bethal era, so far in the past that even long-life species cannot recall. Sanctus Medicus, the Abundance, gifted the ambrosial arbor to the Xianzhou Luofu. With that sacred tree, humanity realized many miracles. The fallow earth, the western soapberry, the altered flesh.
Soapberry.
But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right and wrong and erased Sanctus Medicus's achievements. But soon we will return to the glory of the Befall era. You've seen the fantastic creatures that fought with us. They are only minor gifts of the ambrosial arbor.
Shut it, rambling rodent. The Cloud Knights will root all of you out soon.
I think I've seen, because I've seen what the abundance looks like, I think it just looks a little bit twisted. Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah. What did you do to these Cloud Knights?
What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
You scum! If the Order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Wow,
Oh,
someone is
you
very
don't
alarmed.
understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Pah! It's a
It's just like
second
saying,
life
like, oh,
gifted
I
by
didn't
Sanctus
die, I
Medicus
just, like, you know,
to eliminate the self,
got
to
reborn.
achieve transcendence, a life
Okay,
of
okay,
true
okay. It's
freedom.
already a bit annoying.
I see a desire for power in your eyes. This life
don't.
is too short for you, isn't it? I can help you.
Don't listen. His words are poison.
We're just having fun, sir. Without the blessing of
Right.
the abundance, you short-life species would never be able to endure the transformation.
I don't have any more questions. Interesting. There is a ghastly paleness in the face of the resident Cloud Knight. As you approach him, he nods his head in salute.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a dangerous business. There's no time for idle chat.
How's the situation?
We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the Plague's author. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match for us. Then, after a while, our comrades suddenly started to slaughter one another.
They became Mara-struck, those monsters. There's a wounded warrior that didn't make it back to his unit.
Thanks for your intel. I'll dispatch someone immediately. The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human.
Right.
Lost to the abomination
Oh, there's
sleeping
Tangian
in
just
our
chilling
immortal
in the
blood,
background.
and violated the Rainbow's admonishments. What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did are despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests. I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
Master Diviner, you're back.
Oh, Fushin is back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now.
You kept us waiting, alright. Why didn't you tell us about the disciples of Sanctus Medicus earlier? Please tell us the whole truth this time. Yeah.
Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable
Yeah,
work.
of course I have to stroke her ego just a little bit.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer.
Mhm.
Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult?
I think you're missing something. Yeah, just ask for our help already.
It would seem you came prepared.
The first time we met Madame Yukong, she said something like, "This is a Xianzhou
Oh, was he
affair,
in
and there's
the
no
back
need
just
for
like-
the Express to get involved." And now here we are running around doing everything. Even the IPC takes it easier on us. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight
She doesn't
charge?
sound very excited.
Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting. So there.
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
Marge got a little bit ahead of herself.
We're not?
Jing Yuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me.
Oh, well, she cut herself
Morning
off.
bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
Yep. Oh.
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion.
Okay.
An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara.
Yeah, that
Is there
sucks.
anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
It's more like, I think the part where you don't know where the person beside, when the person beside you would just become Marsha. Like, that's very scary. Like, you don't, because like an army is supposed to like be very like together, like as in one sort of force, like united force. But I don't think that this is helpful.
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights.
Girl, I mean, we
They
didn't
are
exist until
completely
like,
unaware
right
of your
now.
existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you.
This smoke can't affect us? Why not get the Foxians and Vidyahara to try?
You
Sure, why?
misunderstand the nature of the Mara-struck condition. It is not a curse unique to humankind. Foxians don't usually succumb to it because their lifespan is not eternal. Yet they are still
Okay.
a long-life species. The Vidyadhara rely on molting to discard the old world. All long-life species are equal in the face of Mara. However, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the General would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality. One step at a time.
Yeah. I don't want to act according to their predictions. This is the only way, though.
Rather, only this way leads to the known best result. If we can afford to choose, then none would choose to leap off a cliff. Besides, this is not my decision alone. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Let's
Fine.
go.
I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kind of have superpowers around here. Mr. Yang, what do you think?
Let's do it.
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
Okay.
Huh. I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, wait, Miss Ting-Yun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the Crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The General commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military orders.
Interesting.
Your life is more important, Miss Ting-Yun. Go back. We can explain to the General.
There's really no need. I've spent my years traveling the universe. Not to mention, I'm younger and stronger than I look. Even you benefactors have probably lived longer than me.
Wait, that's it? I thought there was gonna be like... Okay.
This will strengthen us.
Let's do it!
The truth
Time
of
for the
life
main
and
event.
death is but a vision.
Turn it up!
No interest in conflict. Hope you're prepared. Fighting is meaningless. Is that all?
Song's for you. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it, or rock with it.
Not each other.
The truth of life in this section is but a vision.
Time for the main event. Keep up!
That's better.
You have my gratitude. In the name of land and will forged in ice, never falters!
Pretty good crowd today.
Turn it up!
Is that all? Hope you're prepared.
Time for the main event.
Keep up!
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it, or rock with it.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
Who goes?
Is that all? I've no interest in conflict. The truth of life and death is but a vision.
Turn it up!
Time for a shot. No time.
This ends here. In the name of Landa, will forged in ice, never falters. Too late to repent.
That's it.
Keep up!
Past victories don't. I've no
Ready
interest
to
in
lose
conflict.
yourself? You can fight it, or rock with it.
The truth of
Time
life
for the
and
main
death.
event.
This section is but a vision.
Turn it up!
Naughty child.
Hope you're prepared. Fighting is meaningless.
shot. Now time.
This ends here.
Too late to repent.
The song
The
for
truth
you.
of life and death.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Keep up.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
Yay, we did it!
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons.
Wait, isn't it that sussy lady? Maybe this is her like alternate form.
Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Okay.
Don Shu.
Oh.
It's you.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission.
Okay.
However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves.
And now they did.
And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-lived
Yeah,
species.
I mean, I feel like some of this was not consensual.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Luofu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was.
It doesn't sound that glorious because, I don't know, it just feels like things cannot be this good without consequences.
How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer.
Oh no.
Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the Ambrosial Arbor first descended, nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the
Oh my gosh, she's like
ancient
already
laws.
talking so much, it's getting on my nerves.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death.
Yeah.
Your deeds
Something
are
should not be
nothing but
tampered
evil.
with.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice.
Oh, here we go.
Turn it up!
Why? She said. The Ambrosial Arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies.
This is like the delusion coming in, like the realization of the
The
delusion.
one who gave us the Stellaron
Oh.
said that
Someone gave it to them. Okay, important info.
Pantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Uh-oh, something's about to happen.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly?
Oh.
Loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame.
I think... maybe the real Tingyun is gone.
It would
That's
have
my
been
prediction.
nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance.
Oh.
Surely you can withstand the lesson of destruction.
Miss Pingyun!
Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager of the Continent.
Oh boy.
I have come with a single purpose: to set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou. Apologies
what
for
it was?
leaving so soon, but I have an appointment to keep. I'm sure my friends here will be happy to
Okay.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Tingyun
I don't
was a
think
member
so.
of the
I really don't
Anti-Legion
think so.
all along?
I think she got controlled, or maybe the real one is somewhere else.
And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just
You're
now?
smart.
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals.
No,
She's
no.
led countless souls down a dark and
There's 7
hopeless
of them.
path.
Meaning that Tingyun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I would guess not quite. Maybe that's part of it.
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Tingyun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Tingyun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own
Perhaps.
purposes.
That is to say, Tingyun. We never met her? Is that what
You're
happened?
saying that the real Tingyun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Tingyun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Tingyun, it does raise the question of why Fantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Tingyun's remains behind as a
Yeah,
display
that would
of
make
power?
sense.
I believe this to be Fantilia's goal: to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a
Among
malevolent
us?
trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen, planting a Stellaron in the Luofu, all part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Fantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her. We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste.